Comrades, we are gathered here because we know that some of our student leaders have been called here by the state machinery, and we know that state machinery has been at the backs of all of us, mostly our leaders, to make sure that they scare us into inaction. We know that UCT, after the Sharpeville incident, brutalized students without any respect to the constitution, which they always use to protect themselves when students are resisting. So we are here to say that
for coverage.
Okay. We are saying, as we commemorate 40 years since 1976, when students gathered to fight for a black-centered education, only to be brutalized by the state and its institutions, we remember those acts of selflessness, and we commit to follow their examples with humility as this generation. Therefore, today, as a collective of students and activists, parents, civil society from across the country, we find ourselves at this Rondebosch police station in solidarity with the expelled, suspended, interdicted students who have been served with warrants of arrest. After the events of Sharpeville, we know after the events of Sharpeville, we know that Masixole Slovo Magita, Chumani with student activists from UCT, we wanted to create a situation where there could be a reconciliation between the two. Thereafter, the university agreed to engage the suspended students and the expelled students with regards to their charges. It is only then that the students realized that the university has acted in bad faith because they further used their power to exploit internal disciplinary procedures which led to the warrant of arrest. The institution has used its proximity to state to try to brutalize the students. Student activists now are calling for a stop to victimization of all students who have participated in the Rhodes Must Fall student protest. We have called unendingly and calling on deaf ears of management for a TRC-like modeled mechanism to try to foster and remake broken relationships with management in order to facilitate some normal situation, because as things stand, our institutions have been turned into mini war zones where brothers and sisters from our sister countries are used to brutalize brothers and sisters in Azania. And this creates the university space as a war zone teeming with black-on-black violence. We are saying we shall not stop our fight for free education, which is centered in African thought and black practice, because we believe from there we can create a new Azania from the ashes of South Africa. We are calling on the government to pronounce free education now. We are calling on Blade Nzimande to announce free education, and to all VCs in the country to stop abusing their powers and return all our expelled, interdicted students, because we believe that which they were fighting for is noble and just, and the ANC government did promise free education. It must deliver now. We can't wait for another commission to check funding models. We know that if tomorrow Jacob Zuma wants to do a situation or create a situation that can take us to free education, he can do that. He must just take all the students who want free education, and that number must be taken, and all that number must be taken to the Minister of Finance, and then this thing is finished. We don't want to be in the streets dodging bullets, tear gas canisters. 40 years after 1976, we find black people still in the same situation they were in. And through free, black-centered, socialistic education, can we move forward in this if we want to move this country forward? We are saying we shall not stop, because we believe we are saving the future of this country. The ANC government must also commit to making sure that this country works. We are clear, we want free education now, not another commission of inquiry. Izwe lethu, Africa yetu, inkululeko, free education now, free education now. Amandla.